Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, it's time for day 26 of the A to Z of classic breaks, and we are on the letter Z, or some might say Z, but in England we say Z, but I appreciate that that wouldn't work for, say, ZZ Top. Is the break by ZZ Top? No, it's not. What could Z be? Babylon Zoo? No. No, Z is for Zimba Ku by Black Heat. So congrats to someone who guessed that pretty much on the letter C, I think. And this is pretty good, yeah. So some lovely snares here. You know, like snares are just great, aren't they? Sometimes that third one. And there's a little bit of a distant counting in the background. Listen closely, there's someone counting. Right, so let's engage warp. We're probably not going to need to do too much with this because it's just so good. Solid timing, very nice production, and sounds bad currently warped at this speed. So that's because it's too fast. So let's divide it by 2. Let's turn the loop on. Now, there's a slight swing to this one, which doesn't translate well to fast tempos. So this is a good case for that argument between quantizing too much and sucking all the feel out of it, or not quantizing enough so that when you speed it up, it doesn't sound a bit silly. Because swing doesn't sound good above 140, I don't think. So yeah, we're going to have to make some compromises here. Yeah, I mean, there's a kind of kick drum here, which is just sounds silly to me. So I'm actually just going to do Command All, Command U. Oh, there's a nasty gap on the end. What do we do about that? I think we just grab that, put that there like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, this first one, no, that is not good enough. So let's take this, put that. Oh, makes me nervous, but if you zoom out, it's actually not that bad. I think it's very important that there's some presence in the first kick drum of the bar, even if it's a tiny little bit late. I don't think it matters too much. Anyway, playing a little bit late sometimes when I've had conversations with drummers and bass players is kind of a desirable thing to do. Or early, a little bit early. I've never really quite understood that, being a musician myself who's played in bands, guitar and bass and stuff like that. I've never been a little bit kind of like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Like, how do you go like a fraction early or a fraction late? Maybe it's a subjective thing, but I couldn't really do it. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. So I think that sounds pretty good at that speed, but I'm just going to go up a little bit. Yeah, too many gaps there. So it's at 86 BPM originally. That's what Ableton's telling me. So yeah, I like it 2 semitones up. And there's not that many gaps. So, okay, I'm happy with that. So you might hear that there's actually quite a lot on the right-hand side and that it's percussion on the left-hand side. Strange mixing choice. But sounds good already. This was such a good idea. Just drop that in. It sounds better. Okay, but let's explore. Let's listen to the left. So there's all that tambourine in there. Let's hear the right. Yeah. Let's hear them both. Or, oh, damn it. What have I done? Let's put them into mono. That tambourine is kind of quite good. Yeah, I'll leave that in there. But if you want to download this project and do all this stuff yourself, then you can do that. But I'm just going to do... I'm going to do it my way, all right? So let's make a track and let's rename it Zimba Ku dash Ned Rush. Let's just have another... Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds good. I've just put a little bit more kick in there. That snare is delicious. I just want to eat it. I just want to eat the snare. Just eat the snare like for lunch. Right. Okay. Gonna resample it now. Go. Brilliant. What a nice transition I did there. Didn't even see the joint. Look at that. Beautiful. And it's not too squashed. So this is kind of one of those ones where I wouldn't necessarily go in and look for stuff like this because it's not got the feel. This is a good kind of straight breakbeat feel, I think, for something at kind of a driving, where, you know, there are breakbeats where you want to use them because you want to drive something along, and then there are breakbeats because you want to make stuff super syncopated. And this one, I think, is maybe the former. It's just a good, solid, motoric groove with some lovely snares. Maybe that bit might loop quite nicely. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think maybe, or maybe you might want to chop it up into transients, which are all very nicely placed now. Let's put it to repitch, save it. Okay, so there we go. That's pretty much it. That's it. That's the end. That's the end of the A to Z of classic breaks on the Ned Rush YouTube. However, I am going to do a little bit more. So first of all, I'm going to go and put this project on my Patreon, which will be everything that I've done in the entire project. So if you've waited until now just to download this, now you can do that. But I'm also going to put a whole crap ton of other stuff in there, including God knows how many folders I went through to try and look for some of these. So you can actually not only get the A to Z, but you can just basically get every single break on my hard drive that I've pilfered off the internet over the years, and including another folder, which is on my Patreon anyway, which is 295 breakbeats that I went through and made ready for Ableton in a similar fashion where you can drag them in and they're already warped and cropped. Well, not cropped, but all the loop points are set very nicely. So I will include all of that as a special thank you to all of those people who took part in watching this, leaving comments, giving me suggestions. It's been very, very nice. I hope you've had a nice time watching me do this very strange process. But it's paid off. We've got 26 juicy loops ready to make our tracks sound awesome. So that's it. Yeah, maybe I'll come back for a final video and I'll just turn all of these into some sort of massive breakcore catastrophe or something, and see how we can actually start using these rather than tidying them up a little bit. So there you go. That's it. That's the end. It's been emotional. Actually, it hasn't. I've been feeling quite emotionally flat, but I'm still very appreciative for all the people who tuned in. And if you've made it all the way to the end, if you made it all the way to this point, not of just this video, but of the entire playlist, you are awesome. And I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.